science really has a strong impact on the decisions that I make.
When a change in placement is contemplated, there are many important considerations to weigh. One of these is the attachment relationship, which is the most important relationship. Listen to how this helped Judge Bristol make a change of placement decision in a particular case. First, let's quickly review 4 key findings from attachment science. 1. Healthy attachment is the cornerstone for all development, including brain development. 2. Early attachments lay the foundation for future relationships. 3. Babies begin to bond with the primary caregiver beginning at birth. It is the accumulation of daily routines, like feeding and diapering, that creates and sustains attachment during the pivotal first 1,000 days of life. 4. A secure base forms as the baby depends on and learns to trust the caregiver who meets the baby's emotional and physical needs. The baby uses this familiar adult as a secure base from which to explore the environment. A firm grasp on these findings, the formation of attachment relationship during the baby's first 1,000 days, brings deeper understanding of the considerations found in Chapter 39 regarding change of placement. Consider this case from Judge Hope Bristol's Early Childhood Court in the 17th Circuit. A father and a mother living in South Florida have a 1-year-old baby who was placed in foster care when they relapsed. The couple also has 2 older children who were adopted by relatives in North Florida after parental rights were terminated. After the relapse, the mother did not have any contact with the baby. However, the father was actively engaged and the department recommended a reunification case plan. After approximately 6 months, it was becoming clear that the case plan was headed towards termination of rights with the father. However, listen to what Judge Bristol heard from the foster parents regarding the relationship between the father and son.
The foster parents have been phenomenal, and they have really been co-parenting with the father to the best of his ability and really meeting him where he's at. They would come to hearings and talk about how the father was bonding with his son because he had spent the first 12 months with the father. So they would talk about how the child knew his dad and would run up with his hands and very excitedly jump in his arms and call him Dada.
The guardian ad litem program motioned the court to move the baby with relatives and siblings in North Florida, and the department joined the petition. The father objected, noting that the relatives would not allow any contact with his older children and therefore would not allow any contact with the baby either. A hearing was held and testimony was provided by the relatives, the foster parents, the father, the father's providers, and others. What is in the child's best interest? To stay with the foster family who will allow him to maintain a relationship with his father? Or move the child to his relatives and his siblings with whom he has no relationship and who would likely not allow continued contact with the father?
I ended up ruling to keep the child with his foster parents down here in South Florida. The child had been with his parents for his first year and was clearly, based upon the foster parents' testimony, was bonded with his father, and they could see that it was a positive attachment. I think it made the transition into foster care a little easier on the child because he had such a strong positive attachment, which we learn from attachment science is so important for children at a young age in order to be able to have those positive attachments later in life.
In summary, when a potential placement change arises, the attachment relationship is the most important relationship. It is the cornerstone for all development, including brain development, that lays the foundation for future relationships. Reflect on a change of placement case you've heard. How can knowledge about attachment science help when making these difficult decisions?